Hey guys, what's going on? This is Will from Strive. And today we're going to be talking about my favorite 5 lower body strength exercises. I not only want my clients to get amazing results, but the most important thing for me is that they're able to play the game. Injury prevention is absolutely paramount. So today I'm going to be talking to you about the 5 most important lower body strength exercises to make sure that you have an amazing season. So my first exercise, my favorite one, is the rear foot elevated split squat and split squat variations. And the reason that it's at the top of my list is because it takes pressure off the lower back. And to me, that's the most important. Well, as a strength and conditioning coach, or a coach in general, I'm always thinking, what is the risk to reward ratio? And while lifting heavy is very important and should be an important part of a overall strength and conditioning program for basketball players, for me, I'm always looking at both sides of risk and reward. But for rear foot elevated split squat, the reason that it's so great is it's not a true single leg exercise. And because my back leg is elevated and has somewhat of a support in the back, I'm able to load up quite heavier than I would in a pure single leg movement. And not only would I be able to get a unilateral exercise, but I would be able to load it heavier than normal. So the next exercise is the trap bar deadlift. And the trap bar deadlift is a great bilateral exercise or double leg exercise that allows me to load up quite heavy. Now the reason I choose a trap bar over a conventional straight bar is because I feel that it puts the majority of my weight in the middle of my foot rather than the front of my foot, which usually causes lower back pains or lower back injuries. At the same time, I'm very wary that this is one of the exercises that a lot of athletes could get hurt. So when we do our demonstrations, there are a few key points that I want everybody to remember. And remember, we are after results, not after weight. So keep in mind that that's what we're after, but this is a great exercise to add into your program. The pure single leg exercise is a great exercise in order to develop pure unilateral strength. And at the same time, it does have a balance component to it. I see great benefit when it comes to increasing vertical jump or a first step explosiveness, because it is truly, in the purest part, a true single leg exercise. Now, a lot of athletes may have hip flexor issues, and we'll show you how to get around that, whether it's through standing on a box or through a skater squat variation, but definitely my number 3 is a pure single leg squat variation. So coming in number 4 is the 3D Lunge Matrix. So quite similar to a split squat where I'm in stationary position, just going up and down, the 3D Lunge Matrix challenged my sagittal plane movement, meaning forward and back, frontal plane movement, basically going side to side, and transverse plane movement, basically rotating. Oftentimes you'll see basketball players using all 3 of these planes of motion very, very quickly. They're definitely using the game, and I want to make sure that all of my players are ready to move in 3 planes of motion when it's called upon. The last exercise is a hip thrust variation exercise. Now when I do it bilaterally, I'm able to go very heavy, and it actually doesn't put too much pressure on my lower back. At the same time, if I do it in a single leg form or a hold, it's a great way to work on the gluteus maximus and the hip areas, which are responsible for a lot of the other joints in the body, to prevent us from injury, but to also make sure that we're as explosive as possible and ready to go.